With pressure mounting then from the teams below them. Brighton need a big performance this afternoon. And of course, after a difficult week, Manchester City must win to keep their hopes of European football alive for next season. This round looks long for Seika. There's a head injury there involving Leila Uhabi, who had a tough evening, it must be said. He was on the bench in the reverse fixture. The German goalkeeper has been given a bit of work here to do, and she gave it straight back. Vidicic is always urging his players to play out from the back, play football in the right way. It's interesting that Nick Cushing was talking ahead of this game. Both of the two coaches have come through the City Football Group Academy system. The City ranks, and then also at New York City too, most recently. Here's Hasegawa. Someone who just loves to get on the ball and dictate the tempo. Finding Pryor. Very much a new look back line this for Manchester City. Hasegawa put under pressure by Kirby, and it's Paris who's going to shoot early. Hasegawa always wants to pick up the ball from the goalkeeper. Brighton were alert to that. And then the off it. Nordam. Park's delivery. Seika took it away from. Manchester City units. Nobody has made more tackles than her for the Citizens this season. She's having to scamper ball. Melina Lurk breathing a sigh of relief. We did see it last time out, actually, when Brighton played. Leicester were able to pounce on 3 defensive errors. It is the way that Dario... Kasparai spots Reuter. This was a good one. It was Bergsson behind it. Kirby. Paris on the move. Paris in behind, and Keating. All Brighton needed to do was get the ball back downfield as quickly as possible. Really well under pressure. Pattinson back to Ajimang. Up against Hasegawa, will settle for the corner kick. More to deliver. Over the head of Keating, and she was, for a second, scram. Fowler. It's a lovely take from Kirby. Given away. And look. Paris. Won't be close to her as ever, and Pattinson's away here on the left-hand side. A real chance this for season. Murphy. Zell wins it back from. Here's Park. Urged to go alone. Again, Manchester City struggling against this high press that Brighton are putting on in great measure. Pryor finds Reuter. Back by Simons, who's spooled in. Hasegawa, delightful turn from her, finding Fowler, able to create some space, and the ball is put into the back of the net. And how about that, Kerstin Kasperaj, her first ever WSL. All started by Hasegawa on the sideline. And Mary Fowler, who has not had too many chances to get onto the under the cosh in this first half. Brighton played really well. They've looked solid in midfield. They've looked a threat on the counter-attack as well. But all it took was a little a bit of it. Did keep it in play. No doubt spots Seika. He fancies a runner to Ahabi and gets around her too. Great pace from the Japan international. And there's Ajimang, who just turned on the afterburners, didn't she? Kiko Seika. Paris couldn't gather. Pryor was in the way. Ajimang wins it back from Park. Here comes Simons. Pattinson's ball. Taken away from Hasegawa. Paris' second touch let her down, but she still managed to find Kirby. Now Seika going for goal and be added on. So if you were planning on giving yourself some refreshments at half-time, just stay seated for now. Reuter sees Kasperaj, the goal scorer, looking to. Here's Park. Fowler plays it back. Yui Hasegawa. The strike was beaten away. Bergsson. Fowler was given the space to turn and weigh up her options, and Hasegawa, who isn't the most prolific in front of goal, found Bergsson in the way. Ajimang back there defending. Have to do a bit more as Harvey could have a run up at this one, and it's a great pick out to find. Looked very good, didn't it, technically? Just lacking the conviction in the finish from the Australian. Good hold-up play by Ajimang. Well, it's been a high-intensity first half here at Broadfield Stadium. Brighton and Hove Albion side has played some really, really good stuff. Full second half is still to come. And if the first 40, which has been caused by injury, it's Caitlin Hayes coming on in place of Bergsvans. She'll just slot right into a very settled Brighton back line. Back by away. Norda. Murphy spots Fowler. Caitlin Hayes is quick across the ground. And what you can say for Brighton is that they are certainly putting up a much better fight, a much more balanced fight than they have done in their previous 4 games against them. Here's Frank Kirby. Binreuter. Good combination with Kasparai, who's right underneath that cross. Nothing stands. They move ahead of Brighton, although I have just been informed that has been, I was going to say it's been ruled out, but it has actually been given. So Brighton down to 6th. 2 WSL match days. They failed to win on each occasion, despite taking a 1-0 lead. Simon's ball. Saker helps it back towards goal. She's going to get a second bite at the cherry. Asagawa floats one over the top for Mary Fowler quite beautifully. Paris, Kirby, Saker continued her run. Kirby can't bring it under her spell. She'll get another chance here though. Away on the overlap. Pull back. Paris spotted the gap for Kirby to try. Kasparai, the goal scorer. Fancies her chances up against Dottir. Kasparai, plenty of space now for her to weigh up her options. Hayes gets it up, not quite away, and on the volley. Nicely done by Kirby. Saker floats one in. Paris was there. Pattinson was. Kirby. Bremer continued her run into the penalty area. It's a lovely pullback to better with that one. And a bit more added energy from the substitute, Paulina Bremer, against her former team. Here's Ajimang. Over to Kirby. Another runner on this side is Bremer. Lazel in the way. Asagawa trying to calm things down for City. And space now for Carolyn, who's behind away. Still delays and then trying to go alone. And a better option may have even been on the other side of the penalty area. With the 19-year-old, 1-on-1 up against Gracie Pryor. He's looking to roll one for Jankovic, well read by Hasegawa. Bremer. It's been all action since coming onto the pitch. He's able to drive inside two before taking the shot on. Can it fall for Ajimang? What a block that is. Gracie Pryor again. Danger not yet cleared, and Kirby's ball. Hasegawa. Long over the top. Miedemar. Wahabi. Coombs. Wahabi's ball. Here she is now. Inviting cross two for Seika. With Brighton trying everything they possibly can. Throwing as much at this as they possibly can as it's... It's very easy to forget that Manchester City are playing a bit of momentum themselves. And he's out. Brighton ramping up the pressure as we're into the final five. Kirby. Hasegawa. He's just everywhere in that midfield. She's picked a brilliant out ball as well. Carolyn. Miedemar with her. Raw two. They will set up for Jill Raw attack, and here come Brighton on the latest one. Seika. Shown outside, looking for the pullback. Frank Kirby won't get there ahead of Coombs. And now it's Manchester City's turn. Kasparai and Miedemar in support of Carolyn, who's just trying to slow things down and lure in Charlize Rule before going herself. Inside their own 6-yard box, blocking the route through to goal. It's going to require something a bit special from the home side as Bremer tries to conjure up another dangerous delivery. Carolyn, she's so sharp. Miedemar again in support. Carolyn gets around Hayes. Can dig out the cross too, and it's Miedemar to finish things off and make sure at the 3 points for Manchester City. A thumping finish from their number 6, but all the work done on the left-hand side by Carolyn. Viviana Miedemar's 8th goal in 12 appearances in this competition against Brighton. Seika. Around Vian Reuter, who did get the great account of themselves. Can they do anything from this corner? In from Jankovic. Paris. Ajimang. For Simons, and hook goalwards. There is the goal. And on a... just over 2 minutes of injury time on the clock. And Charlie's... Now they could have done with that goal a couple of moments ago. But they've got it now. And there's the opportunity to ramp up the pressure. Although perhaps in this game. Jankovic. A great ball into the box, and here's Frank Kirby. Back for Paris. Seika will keep things alive. Hasegawa. Still no sign of the full-time whistle. Paris. Agyemang's flick on was deflected, and that is going to be full time here. And what a game of football it was. Manchester City just about managed to hold on, despite Manchester City were clinical, and they showed it too. Justin Kasperai it was who got the first, and Viviana Miedema came off the bench to get a late second for them. Felt as set up a nervy finish, but Manchester City held firm. Full time here is Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Manchester City 2.